And joining me now with her analysis is Star Parker, president and founder of Urban Cure, the Center for Urban Renewal and Education, a public policy institute based here in Washington. Star, welcome back to the program. Democrats are moving forward, of course, with their investigation. As we've been saying, the Trump administration says it won't participate. It doesn't let administration officials participate in some of the questioning. What's your reaction as you watch all of this unfold?
Well, my reaction is I'm glad I penned my new book called Necessary Noise so that I can be a part of the discussion as the American people try to sort through what is going on here in Washington, D.C. Because you can get lost. You can get lost in the details. But the bigger story, the bigger moment for us as Christian people is that we are in a cultural war, and it's coming to a head. 63 million people said we couldn't go on anymore the way that we were. We were going very secular. We were going very statist toward socialism, and they understood that this country was built on principles of Christianity, virtues of capitalism, a rule of law in our Constitution. All of these things were at risk in the 2016 election. The side that wants to protect those interests won. The courts are reshaping. Abortion is being ridden from our midst, and the people, the enemies of the Lord, let's just call them what they are really upset. So they're looking for any and all reasons to stop the momentum that is taking place here in Washington. So impeachment is a part of that.
Some legal experts are saying this impasse between the House Democrats and the president has the nation headed for, or perhaps already has put us in, a constitutional crisis. What are your concerns about the impact this is having either constitutionally and the way we think about the country?
Well, they're tremendous. We should be very concerned. These are the same people who wanted to get rid of the Electoral College so that everyone's interests are represented. These are the same people that think that the Constitution is breathing already. These are the same people who have been legislating from the bench. All of that has been realigned. But yes, we should be concerned about constitutional upsets, including that a sitting president of the country has to release private discussions with a foreign leader. I'm glad that the American people are having this discussion. I hope that we don't get lost in the details as the Democrats continue to force us to say in the next election cycle, who do we really want to be? Do we want to be biblical and free, or do we want to be secular and statist? And that's what really is at stake in all of these questions.
Well, let me follow up with you about that, because you mentioned the election. Obviously, we're going to continue to hear more about this inquiry in the next several weeks and months. How do you think all of this, for both parties, how is this going to play out for voters, do you think, in the election?
Well, I think that clarity is going to be determined, and that's why I appreciate EWTN, if I can give you a plug, to get to the people, to the Catholic community, a little bit more clarity, to look for where their values are, their virtues are, and what it is that they want. Do we want the Sisters of the Poor dragged through court because they don't want to do abortion? Do we want our help providers in the homeless shelters to have to deal with this transgender thing? What kind of country do we want for ourselves, for our children, or for our grandchildren? And that's what's at stake in the next election. Make no mistake, it's going to get a lot noisier before that election, but we want to be resolved to know what we're voting for next year.
All right, a lot of important values, a lot of important issues to think about. Star Parker, president and founder of the Center for Urban Renewal and Education. Thanks so much for coming on and talking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.